All right, here in a rainy day, sitting in the tent all day long, getting ready to go on our sheep hunt, 2013.
Master Guard or Guide Lester Cherry.
Master something.
Yeah, well,
And
oh, it is.
Old-time sheep hunter.
Old Duffer.
Big
Old Duffer we
experience.
brought with us.
The experience of having one on the ground
There you go.
28 years ago.
Well, we're standing here at the bottom of Little Alvord, and up towards the top, that little nipple-like peak up there is the Rooster Cone.
The big one to the left.
The big one to the left. Anyway,
There's like 3 peaks in it.
right. Anyway, we're gonna try and come down that tomorrow, and hopefully our plan works. Seen some sheep in there, so we're gonna go look at them tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully with some sheep.
Redemption.
Redemption, yes.
these rams in the. These other 6 are over on there. Jay's ram didn't make it out of the rim. He went over the ridge. We got 6 rams over on the other side. Hopefully they're the survivors, and the other one's laying down over there. We know he's hit good, fairly good. Hopefully he bedded down, and we'll go find him here. We're going to give him a little bit of time. It's just a little before 4 o'clock. So me and Jay might just end up spending the night over here underneath the rooster cone, because I don't know if we're going to get him all worked up and want to walk out of here in the dark. I'm just not sure if I'm going to do it. But everybody, we're thundering, cracking hard. I don't even think they thought the shots were shots. I think it was thunder. That's still a pretty nice sight looking at that. There's a lot of hunters that'll never see that. Maybe with luck I'll get to see that someday. They're a ways over there. That's probably 650 yards right now. They're all looking back for their buddy. And I don't think he's going to come out. Jay's looking for his ram. I believe he's down. I believe that's the ram right down there in the creek. I just sure hope it's the one he was wanting to get, because he had a choice of 7. 3 of them were really good ones.
We got him.
I'll let him get down there and hold that big one up, because you don't get any do-overs. He shot it with a 7mm Mod 8. That thing's killed goats, sheep, blacktail bucks. It's an all-around killing gun. In the right hands, it'll do it in one shot.
Oh, Lester.
Is he what you dreamed of?
I hit where I aimed at.
Is he what you dreamed of?
I hit where I aimed at.
Is he what you dreamed of?
I hit where I aimed at. I'm just astonished how big he is.
Is he bigger and up close than he is when he was far away?
Oh.
Hold him up. Come on, bud.
Just amazing.
Every once in a while you're blessed, aren't you? Get a little heaven, don't you?
It was definitely a blessing here. I got to get to where I can take some Polaroids too.
I think me and Jay made a good choice on this one. He's a lot bigger. He's a lot bigger now than I can touch both my pinky and my thumb together all the way around him. All right, I'm gonna go join my brother on this sheep kill. Get a big all around it.
This is awesome.
Boy, he's just absolutely gorgeous.
Oh,
What a beautiful.
totally awesome.
Beautiful, beautiful.
The team. Oh. He is just a toad. Oh man.
Yeah, they don't get much better than that. He's going to score really well.
He is a toad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's like a 7 or 8 year old.
Yeah,
He's like, would think he's probably like a 7 or 8 year old one. I would think.
Probably, yeah, about an 8
Probably about an 8 year old.
Yeah. See
We
here.
passed on the old passed on Mr. Tag. And the other one was a good one too, but this one just, boy, he's all that we could expect. All you could wish for.
He is a toad. Here, I'm gonna get a picture of you with my still camera.
I'm gonna go turn that camera off.
Okay.
You'll probably have to have one with you with a pack on to have it complete. Why don't you kill that camera, bud? Hold it. I want to hold his head first.
Yeah, hold his head. He is a toad.
Get your heart out, Perry.
That is a
Look
toad.
at that, buddy. What do you think? 3/4 curl?
3/4 curl.
Coming around, man.
It's a toad.
Look at that. A little broomed off.
Yeah. He is a toad.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when we, that there is the rooster cone, and we are in that drainage below it. That ram was over there. Just on this little ridge right in front of me is where the rams were. They were right up in there.
I just scare him.
And me and Jay were up right over there where we shot from, right up in there. Where he shot from. I don't want to claim any of the shooting, okay?
Yeah, pretty
But
pathetic shooting.
But I did good guiding.
Really good guy.
This is walking off over to Little Wild Horse. Or the Big Wild Horse anyways. Little Wild Horse is over there on the other side of that. On the back side of that rim over there. Above Wild Horse. Over there's Wild Horse right there. Me and Jay walked first day. The first day we walked clear out there that we were over here and scouted. Clear over there. Clear out over there. We walked up that knob. Looked all of that over. Walked out there a ways. Then we came back. We walked down this closer ridge here. Clear out to the end out in there. Where that sun's on the hill right now, just breaking on that hill. Over top of Wild Horse. Clear out in there. We looked over all that. We'd seen some rams over there down the very bottom. And we actually got into them. Actually got down in this ground here where we originally seen them that afternoon, and then we actually first opening day had a try on that one back right over in here, right off of that ridge there. On the back side of it's where we got in some rams right there. Me and Jay are gonna walk down approximately down in there, right there. That's the rooster cone right there. That's where we're going this morning to pack out meat. We're coming off the top, and I'll get a little better shot of that when we get over here, but the top is up in here. There's the tower. We're gonna go off that. Coming off the top, looking towards the desert out there. There's a lot of water looking out there on it right now over here up the side. The sun's coming up, kind of bright. But we gotta walk down this ridge all the way down around this basin here. A little bit of icy snow over there still. We'll go around it. We're gonna go down off that ridge right there. There's a headstone down in here, a remembrance stone of Mr. West.
We're going down there where the sunlight is on the mountain.
Yep, where that sunlight is down there. That face right there is the rooster cone. Right there. So we're gonna go down into there and go down right there where that sunlight hits that comes out towards us, towards the north face, we're going to go right down through a chute there. And we're going to go down and work some meat up, and then we're going to go out towards the south, and hopefully we're going to make it out through Pike here later this afternoon, which is a haul. And that's looking down Wild Horse. Right down Wild Horse there to the south.
And the other side is Little Albert and Pike Creek.
Yep, Little Alvord is the drainage below the rooster cone. And out beyond that point, that double bump there, hump thing, the camel hump there, out over that side to the southeast is Pike, and that's we're gonna traverse over to there and hopefully get out of here. Okay, that's the top of the Big Alvord. I'm gonna pan back here, shorten up here a little bit, and get you. We're coming off the top. Jaybird's got his head right in my way, but right up there is the tower. Just looking back towards it. And Grandpa, he spent some time up there. Actually, he came off that thing. He actually came down on that ridge right over there and sat and visited with us as often as we could. And we've traversed down to this point now where we're looking over into the Big Alvord towards the east. I'm going to pan over here, and I think we'll get maybe a picture of Man Lake over here.
Cathedral.
There's Man
Rock.
Lake. I got to get the haze out of it. And we're going to come.
And then way off to the north is Man Lake. That lake way up to the north.
Yeah, it was just there. And that, as Jay said, is Divine Rock.
Divine Rock, that's what I meant.
Yeah, Divine Rock. And that is looking down into the Big Alvord. And that's just looking off, and the sun coming down through. Got some nice rays coming in there. We're just looking off towards the Alvord there. We got to go down some more. I'll just keep showing you more.
Away.
Basically, the rooster cone is kind of around that corner right there of that ridge right there. We're above it. And we kind of came down. This is the Little Alvord here. And we're to the north of it, and we're on the top. And we're kind of looking down the drainage that me and Jay went down in after these rams. And over there on the other side of that far ridge, you drop into Pike over there. We got to come off that top. We're actually going to side hill across all of this down here and over to that face and over it. Now where me and Jay got to go today is we got to go down into the bottom down there. And it's kind of in the shade, shadows looks like right there because I'm back up here. That, we're going to go down right over this hill, right facing towards, there's a mahogany ridge down there. I'm going to zoom in on it. And that's where me and Jay came down the other night. And we're just off the other side there is where we spent the night. And then we traversed down over all of that ground in front of you, clear down, all through that. And there's a 2-track road that we come up the other day, a little illegal with the quad. Now we're glad we got away with that one. Then we walked down through this lower path here, and this is the creek running out here. We walked on out to the road down there, and I'm probably not getting the road. And that's probably beyond the road there. That's out towards the lake, but
It's a long ways down there.
yeah, that is probably the road right there.
Yeah, the road's right there.
Anyways, that's a butt kicker after a day of, after a cold night on the mountain and walking down. We just couldn't, I thought I had a way through there, but it got dark on us and shut us out. we chose to play it safe and not end up getting hurt. But we're gonna go down there. We gotta go down into the main north drainage off of the Rooster Cone, and then we gotta come back out of it and go over to that ridge over there. It's right over in there somewhere, and we will cross through somewhere in there, come down out of Pike. And I'll get a picture of which rock is that, Jay? Over there?
Oh, I think it's Cathedral Rock.
Cathedral Rock. So we'll get some other video. This is kind of looking back down towards Wild Horse, yeah. And you can see the shadows on the mountain over there. And it's a pretty sight. Yeah, that's us. We're up on top. We're going in to retrieve this meat. We've got to go down around a couple more little hogbacks here, and then we'll be going down through the chute off the north side of the Rooster Cone. And it's basically that ridge. We're going to be on the back side of this ridge right here. It's going down to this old knob right here. We'll be on the back side of that. And we're gonna empty out into, not over here, but that drainage actually goes down over into this green stuff down here, the bottom of this creek down in here. And that is approximately where that ram is. He's probably up the hill just a little ways. It gets pretty steep in there, but that's where that ram is. And I call them like the three pillars down there. There's actually four of them there. Day before yesterday is where we seen a pretty nice ram down in there. I think he wasn't part of this group. He had a grayer looking horn and damn near looked like a full curl when I was looking at him. But me and Jay cut to the top of that third bigger pillar, or whatever you want to call them, the four pillars. There are probably four of them there that people would call little pyramids, I guess. They cast shadows like pyramids. We went up over the top of that fourth one, or the first one in line, at the top, near the top, and we hit this ridge here. I call this a mahogany ridge. And my game plan was to stay right on that ridge all the way down to where it looks like it just gets thick, thick, thick mahogany. And on the other side of that thick mahogany is actually the ridge line going down into the bottom of this creek. And we were going to hit that. And at that point, you know, we needed a good reference down there for lights, but Grandpa went a little further north, and we ended up actually in the dark, probably about the thicker part of those on that ridge, which was good. We ended up going off the right hand side a little too soon, and it was probably good for us. We camped over there off that side, but off this left hand side, off this really thick looking side there, the ridge there, that's nothing but a sheer bluff clear to the bottom. But we ended up having to traverse the bottom around underneath that north side there, the south face of that, clear to the north, down into the bottom here, where we could actually cut across and go up this ridge here. And we got up in here, and we had to keep cutting across just underneath the green little aspeners, or whatever you want to call them, little taggy things. And we got down, we stayed above. There's two rims there that are going across there, and we got up in that middle top one and come across that whole face there. And believe me, I'm never doing it again. I may hunt bucks in there. I think there's some pretty good bucks up in there, but you can see down here, we were really aiming for this 2-track road clear down here. And there's only a couple of chutes that you can get off of that bluff down there. That rim there is, you either get off just above that, there's a chute right, I believe it's right in there that you can get off down there. And then the only other way is you got to go clear down off the end down there, and there's a chute right in there that you can come down. And then we kind of went clear down through there, and it's hard on the legs. And then we went down out of the creek. And that's not the creek. The creek is over here. We had to traverse clear over to there and out and out. And Grandpa was waiting for us down in there, right around the corner. And that's the level we're at right now. We're just across from Wild Horse Lake right now. It's just beautiful looking. Nice shine on the lake. And there's the little lake down below it. A little water hole. And then little wild horses on the backside of that ridge right there. And me and Jay spent some time over there too. We buried the soul of this ram. I built a little tombstone for him right there, and that's where he is. He's just south of the big green bush in the head of this creek. Just below the rooster cone. Where I'm sure he spent many a years down here. And we'll find out how old he is, or was. But I wanted to bury him there. That's his heart and soul right there.
Up right there.
Now he's turning back to look, I think, a little bit closer to us.
That's a buck. 4-point, just kicked him out of the mahoganies. Yeah, you can't see the horns, but yeah, he's a little 4-point. He's gonna sit there and watch us. He ran clear across this hillside here. Clear across. And we kicked him out. Kicked him out right out of those mahoganies, right down there.
Here we are, we're traversing the Little Alvord. We're over on the south side of it now. The rooster cones are behind this ridge right here. We're looking right there. The rooster cones are behind it. And that's coming down the ridge. And right over there is what we came off of to drop down to the rooster cone. That's pretty much that summit ridge right there. We traversed down. And this is the back side of it. This is pretty much what I consider no man's land. You're not gonna hunt any of this. You're not gonna kill any rams in there. It's just too extreme. Drops down into some pretty nasty ground in there, and I'm sure there's some good bucks in there. Or probably a ram or two around, just, you know. You're gonna have a hard time ever getting them and
Getting him out of there.
getting them out. And then this is on the back side of the ridge we crossed over. It goes down, that's actually the mahogany ridge there.
And we crossed right through there yesterday morning.
Yeah, we kind of went down that yesterday night, or the night before yesterday, and then we camped down in there somewhere around the other, down in that ground, probably down in around down there. We traversed down that creek there, round down through that ground there, and crossed over, went around that knob there and on out. We're trying a little different approach today. We're going over to Pike, so we're just staying up high and side hilling. We're heading that direction there. Hopefully it's going to be a lot better. Has been so far. Yeah, this is looking up Pike. Me and Jay just come down a chute here. We're heading down. Yeah, we think we see a trail that goes to Cathedral Rock. But this is looking out at Pike. And looking down into Pike. And it looks like there's a big old flat down here. Looks pretty cool. I don't know if Cathedral Rock's down in that location or if it's down lower. It's pretty impressive drainage, Pike is. A little more rugged up in the head of it, and then off to the south of it is pretty rugged looking ground. Pretty rugged. Looks a lot more bucky. And that's looking down the end of it. That's kind of where me and Jay got to go out towards that way there, clear down in there. We got to go clear out there. And but you can see it's a pretty impressive ground in here, and I imagine this is some real nice deer country through here. And up through this area here. There's actually a road right over there. You can see it. It comes in from somewhere, winds out that direction. So there's a road near. It always makes you feel a little better, but yeah, I think it's going the wrong direction and a long walk out. But it's pretty neat up here. Pretty neat ground. Just giving you kind of an idea of what I'm looking at, getting to see. Lots of craggy stuff. It's pretty up there, up in the head of this thing. I imagine that's where some sheep are. I don't think me and Jay got in here early enough to see any, but we're not sticking around. Okay. Okay, 12:26. We just hit the Pike
Creek Trail.
Creek Trail. It goes to Cathedral Rock. We don't know which is Cathedral Rock, but Jay and me just came down. We crossed right through there. That pass right there is where we came through. Come down, worked our way down to the east. This is the view looking back up. We were on the back side of that when we were videotaping Pike before. And this is the view looking into what we were looking at. That's up in Pike there. Up in the head of it. And this is looking from the trail. Looking into Pike. And I'm not real sure if they don't call that spot right there Cathedral Rock. Right in there, but I'm not sure. Or right in the middle there is another rock that maybe is. From up above, it looks like it's kind of hollowed out, and there may be a rim around and an indentation. Maybe that's what it is. But we're not climbing up there to go see today because it's getting hot. We've already covered a lot of ground.
Miles.
And this was definitely the way we should have come out the other night, but we kind of live and learn. We didn't have any expert guide to tell us that, but I think this is where Dad came out. What was it,
19, no, almost 30 years ago.
almost 28 years ago, 30 years ago, in 85.
And the mountains were shorter then.
Yeah, the mountains are shorter then. Okay, well, we're gonna wrap this up, and we gotta head down here. We started at
About a little after 6.
a little after 6, so
12:30 now.
12:30 now. So hopefully we can be out in the next 45 minutes. We'll be back at a truck.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, 45 to an hour.
45 to an hour. Oh boy. Okay. Well, me and Jay have now completed our hike out. We're at the Pike, end of Pike here, where Grandpa should be waiting right there, but instead, he's clear off out over there along the road. I don't know what he's doing out there, but we're assuming that he did not follow instructions again.
And if he doesn't have his phone on, or sitting right at Park Creek or Pike Creek where you should be parked. Well, come up to the top of the road, drive up the road. When did you talk to us on the phone?
Oh.
When did you talk to us on the phone?
No one talked to him on the phone. He's listening to an old message.
We never talked on the walkie-talkie. Well, it wasn't us. Yeah.
Alright, Grandpa's got to get some pictures here with the Rammy. And I'd like him to turn that thing sideways so I can see a little. Oh, you're gonna face him? And
Let's take some pictures so I can load these things up.
yeah, I am. Yeah, that's why we're over here. Grandpa got one of these a few years back and got us interested in killing rams, applying for tags. Spin him around a little more there so we can see a little side profile of him. Yeah. What do you think of that, Grandpa?
That's a giant. That's a nice one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Beautiful.
What?
Got pictures of him before he was dead and pictures of him now. 28 years ago.
Go
Just
over-
on a bench down there.
Go over there, Jay. Get in there with Grandpa, with Dad. Pretty nice ram. Yeah, you're gonna block him. You guys better
Sit behind him.
try to get behind him. Try to pull that hide in behind him, Jay. Yeah. Why don't you guys step back a little
You
bit?
could tell who's doing all the work.
Yeah, I know.
Now we're trying to take a couple Polaroids so we can
Hit the road.
break camp and go to Burns. Get this thing sealed.
Yep. 2013
A successful hunt.
Rammy hunt.
Yep.
Cherry boys.
Yeah.